Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash, Yahweh being the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father of the world. It can be called God. Salakia. And of course, his only begotten Son's name is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That's their proper names, of course, in the Paleo Hebrew. All right. Of course, in the Lashwan Kodash, which is the pure tongue, all right, the holy tongue. Of course, I want to give double honors to the 1,000 apostles at Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the sincere Akim that are there on the highways and hedges, risking their lives and freedom to do this work. And of course, doing the studio shows throughout the week, they're calling Election Shore. The brother Mafpa, Great Millstone, playing tables camp. Of course, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, Brakathum, Call Akim, alright, out there. Of course, we come in, into some serious times, and, in these times that we're in, we need to, of course, remain sober, vigilant, observing the times, alright, measuring the times, staying occupied in prophecy, all right, in which this particular lesson was inspired by, of course, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, through, of course, you have our elder apostle Tahar. He was going into a lesson recently, I believe, just in China, I believe, in Russia, and just saw, what's going on, with the geopolitical, spectrum, all these different nations, all right, different nations are coming together, all right, in confederacy, in which is going to bring forth, of course, this World War III, all right, which Abrazazah. Slocky, we pray that, all these prophecies come to pass this year, being the year of prophecy coined by the elder apostle Tahar. All right. So, this particular lesson, I was listening to one of the lessons, and the elder apostle Tahar was going into, and he was going into basically the Isaiah 13, which was he was going into other multiple scriptures, but it stood out Isaiah 13, which I'll start open at 17. It says, right, Isaiah 13:17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which is the Russians, right, which he was going into that territory, all right, being, of course, the area which Russia is, all right. It says, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it, all right, which, the Russians, they're not going to care, all right, about, when it comes, it's time to hold off from, attacking America, all right, when it comes to time, because of course Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to put that spirit on them, which we read that in Ezekiel, all right. It says their bows, all right, this is the key word, bows, which another observation I have noticed is that Blue Letter Bible, as of let me see, it was like this evening, it is not working, meaning our more so going into the words of the interlinear, all right. None of these tabs is working. I noticed it initially on my mobile device, so just so you brothers know, I don't know if you're receiving the same or experiencing the same technical difficulties as me, but I'm just noting that Esau, the so-called white man, is at work, all right, trying to, of course, hinder this word, but we gonna still go into it. So it says their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, their eye shall not spare children. All right, which we're going into, which the elder mentioned that the bowls here is talking about the silos. All right, which of course that's what the missiles come out of. All right, the ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missile, which can go from one continent to another, which is going to destroy America. All right, these nations are going to destroy America with these ICBMs, and that's biblical prophecy. All right, there's a biblical prophecy that's going to be about 200 million. All right, missiles are gonna be shot off. All right, but yeah, I wanted to go into this word for bows. All right, so and America's gonna be destroyed. When you read the rest of this, the scriptures here, that's gonna be a desert. All right, so we're gonna go into this word for bows. Right now, I'm really more so we're gonna go into just so you can get a visualization. All right, so I'm gonna hit also second Esdras, the 16th chapter, I believe, and that'll be it. So this isn't exhausting lesson with so many precepts. It's more so gonna be just more so visualization, so that you can meditate on this studying. All right, and so that all right, for me, definitely for studying sake, it was a good thing, to go into when you go into the words and such and getting the breakdowns, and then of course to add a visual to it, so you always know it. All right, so this is here. So this is the spirit, right? I found this video. It says Russian ICBM 150-ton ballistic missile silo lid opens effortlessly. All right, so I'm gonna play the video. Abrat's eye doesn't lag, but if it does, so be it. You get the point. Simple as that. Just watch. So this is the silo. All right, that's the silo. It's opening up. Okay. And the missile comes, of course, out of it. All right, and it goes, of course, out into, out of the Earth atmosphere to hit the target. All right, in which that's I'm gonna read. This is second Esdras chapter 16, and it says verse 1, woe be unto Babylon, which is code name for America, in Asia, woe unto thee, Egypt and Syria. All right, code name for fucking America is also Egypt as well as Syria. There's so many different names for America in the scriptures. It says, gird up yourselves gird up yourselves with cloths of sack, and your hair bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. All right, and part of the destruction is ultimately with these ICBMs. The destruction of the so-called white man's all his power structure and all will be coming to do Yahweh Shai, his host. All right, the ICBMs. It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? That sword is this ICBM. All right, coming out of the bow, which is the silo. It says, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? It says, plagues are sent unto you, curses, and what is he that may drive them away? All right, so I'm going to go down. Verse 7 says, may one archer again, or may one turn against like the arrow, the nuclear missile, that is shot of a strong archer. It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? And that's nobody. No ICBM missile defense is going to stop these missiles. All right, simple as that. All right. I'm going to go down to verse 13. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow." All right, it comes out, that missile come out the silo. All right, as it was broken down, like you say, a archer has his arrow, and then he has his bow. All right, the bow, you pull it back. All right, and it shoots the arrow. So the ICBM is the arrow, and the bow is the silo. Simple as that. It says, "His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss." All right, so the missiles, they're gonna go and they're gonna hit where it's gonna hit, which is America. Different places gonna get hit as well, but you know, I'm leaving the main focus on America. It says, "When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world," because they go out, of course, of the Earth's atmosphere. It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and not return again until they come upon the earth." All right, you know, so you know that's the how the destruction of America is going to be. All right, so now we're gonna go to another video portion, and you have the silos. You know, they be disguising them in different you know, regions and such, you know, little lands and such, you know, and they just come out. All right, now I'm gonna go into this this video here, and it says how to launch a nuclear missile. All right, and this is going to be yeah, I'm just gonna play it, so slack you.
During the Cold War, the US and the Soviet Union had to build underground silos to house nuclear missiles that could be launched at a few minutes' notice. Now, one of the technical challenges they had to overcome that you might not think of is acoustics.
So the missile, of course, is underground, right?
A missile in such a confined silo generates a loud sound, so loud that it would have shaken apart the missiles before they could even launch. So the walls of the inside of the silo had to be covered in acoustically absorbent tiles, very similar to those in the world's quietest room. But after all of the technical challenges were sorted, what I wanted to know was, how could they have launched these missiles very quickly if needed, but also never by accident? So I visited one of these Titan missile silos in the Arizona desert to find out exactly what it would have taken to launch a nuclear missile.
Well, Derek, this is level 2 of the silo. We're down some 10 meters below the surface now, and this is the launch duct. And that is Titan II, the largest and most powerful missile weapon system ever deployed by the United States.
And what kind of bomb is in there?
That is a thermonuclear bomb. It's a 9 megaton weapon.
Compared to Hiroshima?
Oh, call it 650 times. An enormously powerful weapon.
And what was the idea with it?
The idea behind Titan II was to instill enough fear in the mind of the enemy to cause them to think twice about launching an attack against us, knowing that 10 meters below the desert in our fortified concrete bunker, we can ride out their first strike and live to retaliate. And if we're forced to do that, the consequences for the enemy would be so unspeakably horrible that maybe they would prefer not to get into it with us in the first place. That's the essence of deterrence.
This missile is no longer active, but the launch system is preserved. And I wanted an insight into how it felt to control this incredible power.
Can we go launch one?
I thought you'd never ask.
This is show, of course.
There were 54 of these silos, each one staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, ready to launch their missiles on the exclusive order of the President of the United States.
Currently,
All right,
Donald
then.
Trump.
Have a seat here, Commander.
Thank you.
So this is the control center. This is where the crew waited to launch the missile.
And how do we know that we need to launch?
So we're going to write down every letter and number that we hear in a form in this notebook. I'm going to write it down in this notebook. We'll compare each other's work. If we agree that we've copied the message correctly, then we have what's called a valid message and authorization to take our lock off the big red safe. You know your combination, I know mine. We don't know each other, so we both have to agree to get inside. Inside, we find authenticator cards. I'll give those to you. In the secret message, they sent us a 7-character code word. We're going to look at the first 2 letters of the code word. We're going to find the authenticator that has those first 2 letters. If the card here matches the code word they sent us, then this is a legitimate order to go. That gives us permission to put in our launch keys. I've already put them in for us. Key right here for you, Commander. And for me, there's a key way over here. Keys are far enough apart that not even a long-armed guy like me can reach them both. Keys must be turned within 2 seconds of each other and held, or spring-loaded, so held for 5 seconds to start the launch. That guarantees that 2 people will be required to do it. You just can't run back and forth and do it yourself. And last but not least, we get the secret unlock code for the missile. 6 little wheels. Each little wheel has 16 letters of the alphabet. Nominally 17 million combinations. Only one will operate the missile. This is the fail-safe that prevents an unauthorized or accidental launch of the missile. So once we have all those things, authentication, keys, code, we're good to go. All set?
Let's do it.
Give me a countdown, 3, 2, 1, turn keys. We'll send this thing on its way. After you, Commander.
3, 2, 1, turn keys.
And hold. Okay, you may release. That's all there is to it. The green light turns on, says launch enable. For all intents and purposes, that should say, welcome to World War III, because that's pretty much what it boils down to. When you turn...
You heard that? Welcome to World War III, all right? And them ICBM flies, all right? You know, it's going to be a glorious thing, all right, when that happens. Hopefully, you know, we're not part of that. But, you know, that, you know, if you have the elect, you get, of course, delivered via chariot, which is a so-called UFO, all right, which are the chariots of Israel, all right? And you can watch, of course, the destruction from above the earth, all right? You know, in a chariot, all right? And that's if you of the elect. 144,000 prophets, and the 1/3, rest of the 1/3 too, of course, which one like 144,000. The 144,000 are prophets, which are all men, and they're part of that 1/3. And then you got the multitude of believers, men, women, and children. All right, and they're gonna be not partakers in this destruction. All right, when the ICBMs hit, they're gonna get beamed up.
Okay, you are committed. There is no oops switch anywhere. When the batteries come to full power, the missile will transfer to internal power, meaning that it is fully independent. About that same time, the silo door starts to slide open.
Which is the bow, this right there in the scriptures, right? Silo.
It'll slide through a security radar beam and set off the alarm. That gives us silo soft. Guidance go means the internal guidance computer has full control of the mission. In a few seconds, we'll have main engine start. From engine start, we'll build up thrust, pop the hold down bolts, and off you go into the wild blue yonder.
That's it. We've basically just ended life on Earth.
As you know it.
All right, that's basically it. Hopefully you're edified, you know, getting a good visualization. Get on to the silo, which is the bow here in the scriptures. All right, as noted here in Isaiah, the 13 and 18. All right, so good mental note. All right, so Joachim, of course, can know. All right, know these arrows are the ICBMs. All right, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.